So we'll wait the people. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get some people. It's a good hour to be live. Already have one person. That first person should identify itself. Identify yourself. So we'll take we'll wait at least 5 minutes to see if someone arrived for Sunday night. I think on Sunday night people should be ready to listen to some stream. I didn't saw someone else imported. I didn't send so much stream now, so I suppose maybe you will be lucky. I didn't watch the Hornet for now. I'll wait to I'll wait to unpack it with you. So we'll see what's going on with that. Now comments. Ghostbusters, Free Zone. Oh, we have someone else. Well, you can identify yourself. We'll be glad to speak with you. Bird or Prey. Yes, Bird. So glad to see you on the channel. So we'll I read the Q conflict. We'll speak about that later. Listening, but can type for a couple of minutes. That's fine. We'll wait the other people. So we already know you are there, even if you don't type. Anyway, we need to wait a little bit, couple of minutes to get some other persons there. So we'll see who will be there soon. Pretty sure we'll get people. Watch on Discord if you receive any message. Not a problem. I will wait. I'll wait. Because we want to unpack that, but we need at least have a minimum of person for unpack the Green Hornet stuff. I mean, this is just half of the 40. Yeah, 20 there's and 20 other there. That's the number 40. And I see today to read about to finish the number of volume 12 of the Spirit, and also about the Q conflict. So we'll see if we have other people coming. I have two persons, so someone else came. Please identify yourself. We want to speak with you. No, 2 minutes, sometimes it takes more time like that. Problem is that I don't have like, I mean, predisposed hours. I just start to stream like that without any advertisement. Later, when we will be more organized, we'll be able to announce in advance the people when artists stream. So we add 3 persons. Who was the other person? Someone came and left. We don't know. I mean, we need to wait. We need to be patient. Sometimes we have more people coming. Sometimes it takes like 5 or 10 minutes before we have people. If we don't have enough people, if nobody is there, I will just do like I did in before. I will erase the live stream and we'll try to do it again next time. And by the way, and I will use my time maybe to start to read that, because I didn't read some books for a long time, and maybe I will take a pause from the Spirit a little bit, because I know, I mean, after the 12th, this is the 30th. tome I will read, and if I don't, and if I finish that tome after that, I'm stuck to 14 because well, the story with the German volume. So maybe I will start to read that, and it will be great because I will read at first in French. LDG, yay! LDG Pixels, glad to see you. We have 4 people now on the channel, on the stream. So we'll still wait. It's interesting to see that there are 4 person there. Maybe we'll get more people later. So how are you, LDG Pixels? Glad to see you. You didn't leave right now. I mean, you wrote, you came and you lived. Yes, sir. So it's still there. Good. Glad to see you. You are welcome on that stream. So if we wait a little bit, we'll maybe get some other people. I will still wait at least 10 minutes because sometimes it takes time. I mean, I don't understand why people don't receive people just don't receive the notification. There are a lot of time when the notification is not. Cinnamon Bunny, Asian Muslim Momo challenge born in USSR is the best challenge. That's Cinnamon Bunny. That's pretty weird. But that's catchphrase. Catchphrase are great. I like that. So if you have a catchphrase, if this is your catchphrase, I support it. But at the end, it's still dangerous to say that the Momo challenge is a good thing, and also to say that they are a best Momo challenge from another. It's mean that maybe you try it and you shall not. So shall not do the Momo challenge. Don't try any Momo challenge at all. So Cinnamon Bunny, I'm pretty sure we'll get more and more people. It would be interesting. That people should come. I mean, we will speak about Star Trek comics. It's interesting. I mean, for now, on the people. Well, I want to see Commodore O eat Tide Pods. They cried now. That's a good one. But you should have to Commodore O if you want to do it. Personally, I'm not sure I want to eat Tide Pods. It's a weird challenge. The Multigun Man. Hi, Alexander. I'm watching the new episode of The Walking Dead. I'm streaming for sometime an hour or an hour 30. But I mean, that's not a problem. If you want to interact live, you can do it. And but if you have to watch The Walking Dead, watch it, and you can watch anyway the streams after. Even if this is finished, you can watch the video and know what I'm thinking about the Q conflict and see the unpacked of the Green Hornet. But again, it will depend if we have enough people in the channel. But forced to admit that now we have 5 person, so I think that if in 2 or 3 minutes we get maybe it continue like that, maybe I will do it disregarding that there are not a lot of people, because it's pleasant anyway to do that, and I will have the time to read other comics until the next for doing another stream. Tomorrow I'm working to the parking, and when I'm working to the parking, it's surely really quiet right now, that parking. So when I will work, I will have enough time. I can bring comics or books and read them. That will not be a problem. So we'll have still other material to speak about. To speak about. So look, I will start in something like. I will maybe start in 2 minutes to speak about the Q conflict, and we'll see if we get more people later. Because I don't want to speak too late tonight, because I'm working tomorrow. I'm glad to go back to work. But I still don't know what happened with the old man that was working there. Maybe he's sick down. Maybe they decide he's not over 70 years old, but he's over 65. So we'll see what's going on. So maybe a lot of people are watching right now The Walking Dead. I know this is really popular, but it was. I read all the comics from The Walking Dead in the past, and I like it. So let's go with the Q conflict. We'll speak about that. This is a trade paperback, so this is really something else. Last time when we spoke about Wildstorm comics, it was really small comics, 1, 2, 3 single comics. Here we have a real one trade paperback, so that's 3. And this one is published by IDW. So IDW got some problem in the past with money. I mean, some people said that they canceled. There was a series. It was G.I. Joe and I don't know what a crossover. G.I. Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I saw a video that maybe it was canceled. We don't know because sometimes there are a lot of people like about comics that exaggerate the situation and all that stuff. So we'll take for what it is. But I like IDW. They are doing stuff about that one was really good. Like IDW does a lot of Star Trek stuff. They still continue to do the GI Joe comics. So that's a good company. I mean, and they are doing Transformer. So what is the Q conflict exactly? It's at the when the comics start, you see like you are going on the Enterprise. This is the Enterprise E, and Jean-Luc Picard, and also like they speak with Riker and Data, and they analyze and they see that they are really aware of the situation. Many supernova and things that are absolutely not natural that happen with suns and planets and all that stuff. So this is all that is going against science. They don't know exactly what's going on, but it's in the moment where, in a meeting, Jean-Luc Picard said, "Okay, so the way it's going on is certainly stuff again with Q. It cannot be something else because this is anti-scientific what happened. So the only reason why some kind of that stuff can happen is because Q is involved." So he has to Q to come to the bridge and want to see him to understand what's going on. And finally, Q arrived, and Picard is right. I mean, this is because of Q, not only because of Q himself. This is because the continuum, is making a war with, is in war with others, like others being super beings of their kind. So, and I can show you the people that are in that stuff. So let's see. Maybe you can recognize some of them. This is the group. You have Metron here. So I want to be sure to say them properly because there's some characters that I don't fortunately know at 100%. Like so. So here, Captain. So is in war with. He's in war with with the Organians. He's in war with Metron, and he's in war also with another character here. Man, this is guys, you Trekkies, you know more than me. What's going on with who are the characters? And with Tree Lane. So this is a yes. So we have Tree Lane, the Organians, and we have Metrons. So all that people are in war with Q, because the Q see them as kind of super being trying to take their place, and Q like pushed a continuum and said, we need absolutely to show them how to live and to be quiet and respect our authorities. So this is the reason why they are in war, and this is that war that may create really big problem. In fact, in the world of that create that supernovas or that instability with this different suns and all that stuff in the galaxy. And finally, Jean-Luc Picard said was really angry against it, and he said to stop it. So Q decided to explain to Picard what's going on, and finally he bring in the kind of against that kind of parallel world, and he decided that finally why not to in fact use the human species to fix our problem. So he bring in fact he decide to bring in that word all the fourth more renowned, the best known crew of Star Trek. So we go search the crew of the Enterprise, of Captain Kirk, of Voyager, of Captain Janeway. With Captain Sisko, we go search the people of Deep Space Nine, and of course the people of TNG. And after that, they are doing a draft. So they are mixing all the people of the crews, and they are forming each of their teams. So we can see this is the team we have. So like if you got an example, of course, Q pick Picard, and after that you have Spock, Beverly Crusher, 7 of 9, Otto. Here, this is Geordi LaForge, and Ulu. So this is mixed like team, and they are doing some competition linked to the world of Star Trek, and the goal is to finally they put the rules as the first crew made that crew having 3 victories will win the war. But I mean, this is competition that are really dangerous. I will not give you more information about it because this is it would become spoilers. But they are pushed to compete in very dangerous stuff, and obviously it's not. The crews, the captain don't like it really much. So that's interesting, really interesting. I like it very much. But as you can see, this is a lot of characters. This is a really lot of characters. So they all have their small time of shining, but the majority of the characters, like from the crews, are like some kind of cameos. And even like Quark is mixed up in that, and you don't want to be there. So I'm not from Starfleet. Why you took me in that story? But I see a good example of all the characters. I mean, we see them really not often in we see them more as cameo the majority of the time. Like Quark himself have just 3 quote in all that comic. So obviously, I mean, it's focused really much on the captains and on their assistant in that situation. And I understand that there are too much characters, but at the same time, they succeed to put it to organize the comics to make shine close to everybody. And I think that if you like Star Trek, you'll like to see it, because this is I think the only possibility you have to see all that really famous character of Star Trek at the same time. If you go on eBay, you can buy that trade paperback. Maybe it's possible to have one from IDW, still have one directly from your local comic shop, but obviously after the pandemic. But for now, if you want to have it as soon as possible, you'll find some of them on eBay. There are many of them, and that's not so much expensive for a comic book, for a trade paperback. Here, I finished volume 12 of The Spirit. That's like an upgrade version of what we got from the beginning, from the number 1. So the volume number 1. So I like it very much. This is really like a representative that what Will Eisner is doing from the beginning. We have like a weird attempt to replace Ebony White with an Inuit. But what is really interesting in the storytelling of the spirit in that, it's really that Will Eisner has really much a talent to write stories where the main characters is involved, but sometimes not forcefully the centers of every stories. So the spirit's still the main characters, but sometimes is not the guy finding the way to fix the problem. If sometimes the problems are fixing alone, and he even don't know why. Sometimes you don't find the criminals, but this, or you find the criminals, but you don't understand there are some aspect that we all only us we understand in the story because you don't know everybody. So, and there are an aspect like Ebony White as an Afro-American characters was long time despite as a racist character because he was really like I can say he still it was really because he had first a phase that was really remembering the old minstrels, and he has also a way to speak like in the old minstrel show. But we see in that volume, this is the moment when they try to fix that, and I can see here. I can see I mean, so he's look really much like that. It's maybe better. It was worse in the past, but as you can see, he's really looked like a minstrel characters here. And before in the older stuff, it was looking really much more like that. But they try to fix is like made up accent. Um, and that made up the way they find to fix that is you decide to go because they are like in one of the story they are like a pretty black girl and she laughing at him and she has no interest for him because he speaks really bad, he speaks really bad, and he decide to go to school, to return to school because Vanna White is a prodigy, and but he's like jack of all trade, and they succeed to find a way to send him back to school and finish his school enough if he succeeds some exams and get this diploma and bring him back. And the ways to bring him back, like speaking in English that is not like minstrel styles, that in fact is not a racist stereotype. But we'll see more about that, I think, in the future. When I will read the volume number 13, it will be more interesting to see how it's developed. But I know, but because by the history of the characters, I read a little bit. I know that someone, and at some time, like in the volumes, would see Bunny White disappear. He disappeared because like it was not character still accepted in the way it was, and that's I mean it's dated. I mean this is something that been started at the beginning of the 40s, and there was not so much particular Afro-American protagonists in the comics. I think that maybe Bunny White is one of the first Afro-American protagonists in comics, and I think it was like obviously as one of the first characters in that kind to see that he was depicted stereotypically is it's not a surprise. But I think that Will Eisner always have been a good faith to try to make the character to do something non-offensive with the characters. But if you see like when DC start again the start up again the spirit, you can see here Ebony White is really different as he's there. So he's not like a stereotypical minstrel. Is really shown as an Afro-American child. Is respectively is draw with respect. So that's but obviously it was like it's not from the 40s. So and this is why I will continue to read the spirits. I want to have a full portrait, and maybe I want to do videos in the future. And in that videos, there are some I want to do to explain what's going on with the entire. But we need to have a full portrait of what happened with the characters. This is why I will never do it with like main characters like Batman, Superman, and all that stuff. You can have a full portrait. I mean, all someone that could have read all the Superman comics in history, it's impossible. But you can do it with the Spirit. You can do it with Judge Dredd. You can do it with Conan. You can do it with Cull, the Green Hornet. The Green Hornet, there are some of them, the old comic. But it will be, I don't know how, I mean, like the Lone Ranger, or you can read all the comics from the Lone Ranger. Because like I said the Lone Ranger from the last 30 years, it's possible to read all of them. But if you go in the 50s and the 60s and the 40s too, there was so much Lone Ranger comics. It was so popular, and it was crazy. Even horses. Silver has his own comics. I mean, they did the comics with the main character was a horse because this is the horse of the Lone Ranger. That's so. And Tonto has a lot. Have a series too. I would like to have it. It's from the 50s. It's not. It's not. It doesn't look so much expensive to do, but it's not already in my priority for now. So we spoke about the comic I read this time. And now we will do a little bit of unpacked, and maybe I mean the fact that the we continue to broadcast like that, maybe we'll have more people. We already have 3 thumbs up, so first let's go with it. We'll start with the volume 2 of the Green Hornet from Now Comics, broadcast published, which is that been started in 1991 in September. That's the first one. So we have 5 people. I mean, you can identify yourself. I will be Alexander Brooks. Alexander Brooks, really glad to see you. I mean, you just arrived, so great. You just arrived. You are in time for the unpacking of the Green Hornets right now. We spoke about Q conflict, and we spoke about the Spirit, Volume 12. So now we'll see. I'll look a little bit the Volume 2 by Now Comics of the Green Hornet. So here, this is the number 1. We'll try to show it without to have problem with the light. So good to see you too. Yep, I just got there. Fine. I mean, it's never too late. So this is the first one of the series in September 1991. So we'll see. I'll look a little bit the comics. Oh, that's weird. What the hell is this? We'll not see what is the story very much, but here we have a good. Has everyone identified themselves? Not sure, but I'll pray. So you have the kind of draw we can got. That's the real one. I have 3 years old in 91. Yes, I was 11 years old. This is a long time ago. You have here, Kato is cool here. He's fighting. But I saw something pretty weird. I mean, here, is it? Nothing personal. So what happened? Imagine trying to bribe the officer of the law. We have a kind of weird Green Hornet there. I don't know what exactly it is. You have a dollar sign in his face. It's obviously not the real Green Hornet. Maybe it's try to see. Maybe it's an imposter. Pretty sure this is one imposter. Is he still there, or with the dollar sign in his back? So it's looking interesting. Oh my, look at that. Look here. We have a portrait of the Lone Ranger. Because as you know, the Lone Ranger John Reed, the Lone Ranger, is in fact the great uncle of Britt Reed, the Green Hornet. In fact, his nephew is Dan Reed, and Dan Reed is the father of the Green Hornet. But we need to be to be sure, because obviously they are a link, but I don't. It's looked to be now in Now Comics we have two generations of the Green Hornet. This one with the full face, that is in the 40s, and after that we have this one, the one of the 60s. So we need to see exactly which generation of the Green Hornet it is. It doesn't have the Mora Sulu. It's not interesting in it, but it depends. The Mora Sulu is not in the Q conflict, so everything this is a lost. I mean, I'd like to have the Mora Sulu in the Q conflict. It had made the comics really more interesting. But don't forget, they are 7 of 9. So with 7 of 9, it's obviously interesting. With 7 of 9, this is absolutely amazing. It's always amazing with it. So what's going on? Okay, that's I would thought maybe it was something important. So we have the second one, and number 2. That says Cone. This is E-Man. So we have the 2 of October's 1991. Here we have the covers. Here. Now Comics, better than ever. So, oh look, that we have a great draw here. The beginning, action. People are shooting on the Black Beauty. For who don't know, the Black Beauty is the car, the name of the car of the Green Hornet. So what's going on? Oh, we have the fake Green Hornet here with this $sign in the face. So I don't read them and just watch a little bit. Oh, look, the draws. And I think they are like a competition between the real and the fake Green Hornet. So that's look interesting. I like the concept. Like we have the Green Hornet here. He's throwing the guys to the window. Oh, that's great. And who the hell is that? Who is that woman? She looked to be very violent. On the good side, on the wrong side, I don't know. Oh my. Sorry guys. There are people speaking to each other on the... So that's great. For the final draw here. Is he on the... No, he's not on the pool table. Oh, that's great. Number 2. Guys, please. So it could be 7 of 9 before she got assimilated. It could, but no, because 7 of 9 arrived in the Q conflict as a member of the Voyager's crew, a member of Voyager crew. So, by the way, it's not the case. But it had been really interesting to see all she did, how she assimilated people when she was on a drone of the Borg and all that stuff. Very interesting. So we have the number 3, November 1991. That's really a darker draw. That's not exactly the same styles, for us to admit. Here we have, it's a little bit more cartoonish. Here it's a little bit more like, it's look really more like a graphic novels like that. What's going on? So we have the beginning here. They are fighting. Kato is there. Gun pointing on the Green Hornet. That's looking interesting. Oh, our fake Green Hornet with the sign, $sign. He's still there. I mean, that story isn't finished. That was look pretty interesting. We still have that Ninja Girls. Don't know exactly what she's doing, who she is. I will read that. I will speak to you about it. shout, and she slashed with her sword. The guys shooting. So, oh, Treckyard, are you? Captain Foley is in the house. I'm proud. It's really great. So, wait, we have something to do with it. So now that you are part of the team, so we got finally that fight with the Green Hornet and the fake Green Hornet. So that's interesting. A Green Hornet action figure. There are not a lot of Green Hornet action figure, by the way. I'm pretty sure we can find one, but it's certainly on eBay right now. So yes, you have it, but we spoke about it. I said to you, you'd get one, and Captain Foley, and the fact is there. You got a one. Do you think 7 of 9 and a Rafi will let us watch? I don't know. We shouldn't have to her. I mean, you go on Twitter and you ask that to Jerry Ryan. You got an answer. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not the answer you want. So we are December 4, the 4th in December. So look. So we see that it's more and more the cover look more and more like graphic novels. Hello, Bird. So here we have who it is. Is it Kato? Smoke and mirrors. So the Green Hornet ears with Kato. They are searching some stuff here. You can see you have a clue, a piece of evidence. I'm pretty glad that I bought that. The action is right. Oh, that's the 90s. The guys have a mohawk. Oh, look at that. Burning Earth. What is this? For comic fans, the Burning Earth is muzzle by, fully penned by Ross. It's looked to be Terminator the Burning Earth trade paperback, first only printing ever. Oh, that's old Terminator stuff. This looked to be a comic, Burning Earth. What exactly it is, I don't know. If you like, if you like Terminator, you could watch maybe. Is it published by Now Comics too? First to come served. Exactly. Pretty sure that it's looked to be Entertainment Corps, End Zone Magazine, Super Facts, and Picks number 2. Stands combining the strongest element of Now first series along with the dark look of original movie Burning Earth is sure the expectation of even the most demanding Terminator fan. If you are a big Terminator fans, you couldn't look about the Terminator's comic made by Now Comics because look, they've done some of them. It's look pretty cool. The clickbait title. Why Cinnamon Bunny? We are speaking about this is the Green Hornet. This is exactly the title cannot describe more easily what I am doing from the beginning. So number 5 in January, the Green Hornet again. This is a bit more cartoony the cover, but it's cool. I mean, you have like the gun. That's a gas gun of the Green Hornet, and now our Kato stunning 2 guys at the same time. So what's going on there? So we have like this is in a gym. The guys look to be lynched soon. They got a rest. So what's going on? So now the Green Hornet play tough. You like Terminator, Alexandra Brooks? So you could search Terminator Now comics. You like science? I mean, you should like Science Now comics. Maybe you'll find something. I don't know. Captain Foley. There are something else that people are liking here. So Valdez for mayor. So you have an election here. The election story, political story involving the Green Hornet. Science make the world go round. No, I agree, LDG Pixels. I'm really supporting the way to respect the scientific community to resolve our problems and not doing populism. So here we have the Green Hornet have been trapped. Is attacked by an enemy, obviously. So, oh my, they are interesting people there in the Green Hornet comics. But she looks to need like some. Oh, okay. We saw her before. She looked angry. But we'll continue. What's going on? We have 40 of that. I can't do time. And maybe if this is too long, we'll do only 20. Okay. We'll just have 20 others later. Will be. So that's the one of 6 February. Look at that. This one looks a little bit like a movie, and I think that's it's make me remember a little bit the styles of the movie The Spirit for Frank Miller, but with colors, of course. Ooh, that guy. Who is that? He look pretty big. Oh, we have some stuff here. It was a time of the enemies of the espionage. And we don't have any explanation why. Maybe this is a teaser. Yes. You can watch LDG Pixel. You can go like they are some of eBay's, and I bought some of them. I will finish to buy the others, but they are comics from Voyager. They are comics from Voyager from the time when Voyager was broadcast on television, and they are like after that Voyager left the TV. They did one, and I'm watching a comics from Voyager like 25th anniversaries. That's about the mirror universe or something like that. So there are some of them. Oh, the guys. Look at this. I mean, it's a Sorton monster. He's eating hot dogs. He's attacking Afro-Americans. So I don't know what's going on with that. He looked to be pretty racist. Look at that. He's using people as a shield against the bullets. Always have 6 thumbs up for 6 people. That's great. Now that big fellow from the south is fighting police, and he got involved and he got in front of the Green Hornet. So that's interesting. Who is that guy? Where he's coming? What he's doing? Pray you have a question. It's interesting also in that comics to see the publicity. As you can see, you still have the publicity of the Terminator. 7 thumbs up. Wow. We have the publicity of the Terminator there. Again, the comics from the Terminator made by Now Comics. So you can, if you like the Terminator, as I said, you can search for that Terminator Now Comics. You got old stuff. Don't blink. Coming soon. What does it mean? Exactly. Interesting. That's the 7th of March. 1992. So we have this one. I like that kind of cover. It's more. It's looked like a picture without being one, kind of aquarelle. I have a few cool of the Ball comics, all including Robocop versus Terminator. Yes, Robocop versus Terminator. They did a lot of them. Many. I know that Dark Horse made some of them. Um, and Dynamite made a series of Terminator against um, Robocop versus Terminators. But maybe there are more of them. Um, I like the concept. So, what begins an investigation became a campaign to save America. So this is a follow-up. Like you have here, uh, Love the Terminator versus Predator. Yes, I didn't read this one more. I know that it exists. I'm pretty sure I never read it. Um, but that kind of mix is really interesting in comics. This is what I like with the comics, that you can create that kind of mix. Here we still have a look at that. So this is the teaser of the other before, and it's looked that they did some things about the war. Predator versus Batman. I have it. I have it. I don't remember if I read it, but I bought it like more than 10 years ago, and it was before that. I mean, went in Russia, and I have it in my locker. I know it's there. What I read, all of them, I remember. This is Batman Judge Dredd. I like it so much. So here, what we got. We got the Green Hornet attacked by and Kato attacked by dogs. We have 7 persons. Identify yourself, friends. We are glad to see you. Alexander Brooks. Did you ever watch Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles? I love that show. Plus, Summer Glow played the good Terminator, and she super hot. I bought that in a second hand magazine. It was where they are selling books not far from there, and I've been lucky. I fell on the DVD. I don't know if I can see it right now. It's supposed to be exactly here. If this is not on the first row, this is on the second one. What the ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I think this is on the second row. Oh, I have the spirit. I thought it was my locker room. But okay, so no, this is in that middle. Tiki of Doom, glad to see you. You're all welcome. We are watching the Green Hornet stuff, but I didn't watch it, Alexander. But it's something I should do now. More I have time, but I'm so much someone reading that watching television that sometime I bought a lot of stuff of serials and I didn't watch them already. So even more when I was working in the summer to return in Russia, I was so much working in a restaurant and I was not able to do anything of that. But seriously, I should watch that. I watch all the movies from the Terminator, and the comics from the Terminator are not first on my priority to buy. I want to finish Conan before. 3. I'm speaking French, English, and Russian. I tried to learn Mandarin. I still want to learn Mandarin, but each time it didn't get really good. So I'm speaking Russian, and I understand Russian. I'm able to watch television, read books. I have books in Russian just right now, by the way. And Batman Hush, I bought the Russian version, but this is in my locker right now. So that version of the Green Hornet comics is a really, really, I mean, that's not a joke. That's really violent. We have that guys with the cagoles here, full face. They look pretty dangerous. I don't know, but you need to, Captain Foley, you need to watch that first. When we are young here, we are forced to learn English. So speak English, have some basic quality of English that people could be really surprised because there are more people here in Quebec. We are like the people are, they are more the place in North America where you have the more bilingual population. This is really here because we are forced to learn English when we are young. So the people, me, I'm speak. I This is fair the way I speak in English. I think fair, not much more than that. There are people with a higher quality, a lot of people lower quality than me. But I mean, I don't speak. I don't think I have so much merits to speak English. Russian, I work really hard to get it, but I was there and I was to the university maybe 16 hours a week for 7 years to learn Russian. So at some point, you need to succeed to learn it. Yes, but that's normal because yeah, you are not exposed. I mean, where you are not exposed to French language. So that's the same thing. When I started to learn Russian in university, I was not exposed really much to Russian language, and it was bit by bit, a little bit, like every week. So it's not when like exactly when I went to Russia and I was in Russia exposed to the language. You have like no choice to learn it if you make an effort. If you are doing courses and after that you go in the street speaking with people, like you do your grocery. I mean, everything is in Russian in your face. You need to learn it. So wow, seven language. That's something hard. That's a good one. Not so much. I did basic French cooking when I was in my course because I got the diploma 10 years ago as a cook, official basic diploma. I mean, not high culinary stuff, but we are doing stuff like what is impressive, Alexander. Alexander, what is impressive? The fact that what's seven language from the mother-in-law of Captain Foley. That's impressive. So what do we have here? Oh, comics outline. What the Selena's comics outline. I'm Selena, seeker and seer of knowledge. Born upon interstellar winds and our own multiverse game. That's that there. Yes, I can. I can cook blankets. I can cook, but I need just you give me the recipe. I know how to do it. I mean, it's just a question to yes, but this is not me. This is the mother of law and law of Captain Foley. I don't speak seven language. I don't have that merit. So now that's a police tank chasing the green Hornet. I mean, that's. But he always succeed to run away. I mean, oh wow, and that's a long chase. Look at that. I mean, I turned 3 pages and it's still going there. And look, the massive tanks going against the Black Beauty. That will be interesting to read. Oh, what's the next one? Let's go with it. Oh, it's a pretty cover. That's number 8 in April 1992 here. So yet you can speak English, French, German, Latin, Croatian, Russian, and Spanish. Latin, yes. I mean, my mother learned Latin when she was in school, when she was younger, and for Croatian, I think if she speak Croatian, maybe it's because is she coming from Croatia? Because if she's born in Croatia, it's It's not surprised that she learned also Russian, because at this time there was good Yugoslavia had good relation with the Soviet Union. For the other language, I suppose she studied as a linguist, because there are many international language there. That So what we have here. So oh my God. My mother-in-law grew up in Montreal. She married a Croatian and had to learn it. Ah, okay, fine. So you can say here it's going bad. I mean, Cato need to save the Green Hornet. So what's going on here? That only good English and bad English, little Spanish, and even less Syrian. So here we have eight thumbs up. Cool. Thank you very much, guys. So we have there the police. It's it look that they are working. That bad guys are working for the police, and they try to crash the Green Hornet. So no, you can go off topic. That's not a problem, Captain Foley. People are speaking in the streams. That's interesting. It just give more content, because if I just like for 1 hours just showing comics to the camera and show some draws like that, it would be boring. So it give a break to the people and myself. And that in that case, I'm not always speaking. You are a fan of the Green Hornet movie, or you speak if you speak about the last Green Hornet movie, what they did like 10 years ago. Uh, it was entertaining, but I will prefer like to see. Do you buy digital comics? Not so much. No, I really like just I like the paper. Um, um, but yes, but that's entertaining. But personally, the I mean the desire. Oh, you're back. Good. If it was excellent, I'm glad for you, the Multigun Man. What I said about the Green Hornet movie is it is just a little bit in the way to try to take like characters from the 40s and the 30s and put them like in as said with in contemporary in actual times. And I think that if you do a Green Hornet movie, the best will do it in the 30s or in the 40s, like in the 30s more. Like the Spirit, I think if they do something about the Spirit, it should be better to make to do it in the 40s. So why not to do like a Green Hornet movie where he fighting Nazi spies in the United States or something like that? That will be absolutely great. But I think that the concept, I mean, that characters are dated. I don't understand the concept to want to do like the Green Hornets, to do a movie on the Green Hornets that's going on in the 2000 in the year 2000s. I mean, that's for me, it's crazy as trying to make Conan like in the Middle Age. Doesn't make any sense. The Rocketeer, I never watched the Rocketeer. I always wanted to watch the Rocketeer. It just never happened. It was on my list. I watched Dick Tracy 1990 last week, and I was thinking, why not to watch a Rocketeer? Because I wanted to watch a Rocketeer for so long time, it never happened. I'm waiting a comics crossover between the Spirit and the Rocketeer made by IDW, and I'm pretty excited to read that because this is the comic is named Pulp Friction, so So, and this is a pretty good name for to do a crossover between that two characters. So yes, the Rocketeer interests me. So, but I can't say that I'm really a fan. I didn't saw the movie. Damn, that brings me back. Rocketeer had so much hype where I was. You will love the Rocketeer. It's great. Okay, so pretty sure that the next movie I will watch, if I don't have I don't have it on on DVD or CDs. So the on DVD on CDs, what the fuck, on DVDs. So what I will do the next time, I will I will loan you. I will I wouldn't say I will rent him on Google and I will watch it because for so long time I want you to watch the Rocketeer, and I have interest in that character, and it just never happened. And I watched the movie. Yes, they were good on that too. Every movie had his game on the Super NES and Super Nintendo. I don't know if this is the same way with the PlayStation right now and the Xbox, but in the old time, in the 90s and the 2000s, when you had a movie, an action movie, you had a video game that was automatic. We have the number 9 in May 1992. Here is it. It's look a little bit. Do you have the impression that it's look a little bit like Indiana Jones covered this one? I mean, this is the impression I have. Okay, no, it's. I mean, everybody looks to agree with me. I need absolutely to watch a Rocketeer, so I'll do that. I'll do that, and what is interesting that the Rocketeer is a little bit like the Terminator. You can read comics and all that stuff, but it starts with movies, so you need to watch the movie. So now this is not my priority to buy Rocketeer's comics, but I can watch the movie and I'll do it. And after that, we'll speak about it live here. Will be really pleasant. So what we have here, so the comics named Deadline does one. I have a good picture there. So I'm not surprised that the Green Hornet didn't die. Oh, that's pretty sure it's a bad guy. That he looked pretty big, not big as the as Kingpin, but we see a little bit of kind of inspiration. So what's going on there? Our picture of the Green Hornet, evidence of a new underworld alliance, and the gang war fellow. So that guy by Joe Johnson. You speak about the Rocketeers. Also, the 80s Rocketeers comics were from the 80s before the movie. Great art. Oh, yes, okay. So I didn't know. Oof, I didn't watch Firefly. No. So we'll see, because more and more I try. Married with Children. That's one of the comics that now wrote what publishing at this time. I suck at typing tonight. No problem. You have just to correct yourself to Key of Doom. That's not a big deal. The Multigun Man. Can you watch the movie called Mystery Man and do a review of the movie? It's a movie based on the Mystery Man comics by Dark Horse. You spoke to me about it. And seriously, after the Rocketeer, it could be really interesting to do that. So we have the Green Hornet here. Let's look to be a good comics. We'll see the next one. What's going on with that? That's in June 1992, the number 10. So yeah, at the rhythm we're going that, we'll keep the number 21 to 40 for another time. And that's good. I mean, it's give us content. I will not read that right now. I have other priority to read before. So we just watch them. Like he says, we have a kind of slaughter. That's mass murder. So the Huntsman. So it's a new story, obviously. Oh God, like look at that. Kato, a kick in the face. That's great. Kato is absolutely awesome. Still a bell there. Oh, that's great graphic novel. I like it. It's dark. It's exactly what you want from the Green Hornet stuff. Look at the bell. Like the draws are really right. I like it. The great art. What we have here? Oh, that's pure 80. Oh, the 80s. You look what we have here. Yes, this is Mr. T. It's a picture of Mr. T. What's going on? In the Now Comics booth. To Mr. T is there. Is it because they are Mr. T comics? Take the plunge into Mr. T comics. This is an articles about Mr. T comics. Maybe Now Comics did Mr. T comics. That will be really great. It's not Adventure Mind Games. Oh, no, that's publicity. The Twilight Zone. What do you say? Cancel illegally. It was Mr. T. Married with children. That publicity here is still it's looked like Firefly. Okay. So the real what's going on? Oh, the Green Hornet is on a gargoyle here. He's watching, pointing to us. Okay. Should be illegal to cancel Firefly. So we have Creed. That's that one of the Green Hornet. Let's look at it a bit. Starting a little bit slow. Here they are chased by a biker. Just look to be that. Oh, we recognize that silhouette. That's the girls from the beginning, the ninja. Trish is back. So it's interesting to see the continuity. And the finish here, she's back. This is interesting. Oh, this one is. Oh, so they can be something else. Well, that's two difference. Paul Reed is stamping of time, running and hiding. Now it's time to strike back. Explosive 3-issue miniseries available on Finest Comic Shop. Now that's another Green Hornet they announced. It's named the Green Hornet Solitary Sentinel. So I will watch. It's Now Comics did it. Maybe it's interesting. Alexander, do you have a nickname or is Alex for short? Okay, call you here. Well, as you want. I mean, the people, in Russia, the nicknames system is really different. People named Alexander are nicknamed Sasha. And my girlfriend named that like me, Sasha. I mean, that's always like that. So people in the United States sometimes they call me Alex. So because that's really stuff that's foreign to us in English. In French, we don't have that kind of stuff. I mean, you have your name. This is your name. Yes. The Russian, they have the nickname for Alexander is in Russia is Sasha. So that's the word. And this is real for the Alexander and Alexandra. So people, like girls, also are named Sasha because my girlfriend named me Sasha. Sasha, что ты? Саша, что? Привет, Саша, что ты делаешь? Привет, Саша, как дела? This is the way the notification on my phone when she's writing to me on WhatsApp. Notification sound is that. I mean, she wrote to me And this is our voice saying "Привет, Sasha, как дела?" with our Kyrgyz accent. This is really cute. So here, the draws look a little bit different than before. It's like we have kind of flashback about that ninja girl here to know a little bit more about her. So obviously, I mean, we just watched, we didn't read. So she looked kicking ass here. She's afraid of nothing. But the art is not the same exactly on the last one. It's look a little bit more it's look to be really much flashback stuff about the ninja. Publicity. I get that on eBay. Yes, I was lucky because I wanted to do it. Tales of the Green Hornets. That's another, and I think I have this one issue. Yes, I got that on eBay. That it was a deal. I have all of them. 65 comics for it was like that. 65 different Green Hornet comics from now comics at 60 US dollars. And it was $20 of shipping. So it was a good deal. So I took them. I have some on that. I think I have 9 Green Hornet comics. It found that had them in doubles, but one of my friends collect the same thing than me. So he bought that to me, some doubles, and I sold to him some Star Trek CCG card with that. So, but it was a good deal. I was really glad to get that. So definitely we will just do the 21st comics. So here we look to, so that's the cover. So I don't know, is it that fake Green Hornet with the dollar sign in the face is back? I don't know. We have our ninja here. I know maybe she like, what's going on? We have still flashback about her. She's speaking here. Maybe they try to turn it face and bring her on the side of the Green Hornet. I don't know. Maybe they will fight. She's looking pretty good. That's an interesting character. I look at that. A Resurrection of Recula. On sale, Narrow Comics. Terrifying 3D and only in Fright Night. That's, I've gone my whole life with people pronouncing mine as Alexandria. Yes, because they try to say the at the end, and they are unable to do it. So they said Alexandria. I know that. I mean, when I'm writing to people from the United States on a stream, it's always the same. Oh yes, he's back. I don't know if he's back. Oh, this is still some kind of flashback, but we see him again. That's the fake Green Hornet with the dollar sign in the face. So what's going on there? That's look a great story. Oh, the guy got a phone call from the Green Hornet and is a little bit surprised. And the Green Hornet and Britt Reed say, it's time to clear that up. So I think I was fine. I was right. I mean, is the Green Hornet with the fake Green Hornet is back here. You can see the Ninja Girls is there. So that we have the Green Hornet and Kato there. So I think that we'll have a final round between the fake Green Hornet and Green Hornet, the real Green Hornet, and of course a Ninja Ally. Oh, the fight starting. So we get a shot The fake Green Hornet is fighting with the real with the ninja. So we got a revenge. That's interesting because this is a good follow-up because this is a number 14, and you got all that characters from before they're coming back with revenge and all that stuff. I don't know if is he dying. He looked to die. We'll see later. We have 7 people still here. That's pleasant. I'm glad I didn't give up. So I think we are entering in the future is now. I got future is now. This is now comics. For us, this is the past, but this is an interesting past. So November 1992. If I don't, I'm still here, Alexander. I believe you. I trust you, Milty Gunman. You like the stream, so you're always there. You're really loyal. But look at that. We have like the Green Hornet is saving a girl, and on the other we have what's going on. Is it something interesting? Because we'll see. Someone wrote to me on Facebook. We'll see if I need that information. Oh, this is my Chinese friend, Sophia. She sent me a thumbs up. I will send her some little flowers. She will be glad. So, what's going on with that? He's dry. So the art is a little bit different. That's something that happened in the 90s. The art in the comics was not always there was not continuity. The writer, the artist was changing often, and we had different version of it. But it's still close. It's not so bad. And you see, it's look like. But I'm always surprised. Oh, that guy is gonna. You look to be a fucking asshole. What's going on? What now? We have the list of the comics, the Make By Now comics. But this is a little bit like I can say. There are comics of Universal Soldiers. There are comics from Speed Racers. That's the video game. We have Green Hornet, so that's not a big surprise. We know that. Married with Children. Don't know what it is. Universal Soldier again. So we have Universal Soldier #1, direct market edition, part 1 of the trio run cover. So the Twilight Zone, Sting of the Green Hornet, a lot of stuff of the Green Hornet finally. But Universal Soldier, I don't know if you will be able to see it right now. As I said, is it where it is? Up here, Universal Soldier there. You got it. Will you be awesome if you had something like a tabletop camera to show off the comics? Yes, I mean I need to go really to get a better organization and technological point and be able to. But I mean, I really knew that kind of stuff. I wonder what that Married with Children comics like. I wonder too. I mean, it's looked maybe like it's looked maybe to be I don't know, a kind of a parody of the family shows, the like shows about families were living together and all that stuff. Maybe like something that was not like The Simpsons, but the desire to do something else. Because Simpsons is a parody of soap opera too. I mean, got here, got that big guy here. It looks not easy. And maybe we got like a good ninja fight with Katos. To the back of the Tales of the Green Hornet. So they still promoting the miniseries. So here, look at that. The Green Hornet, December 1992, number 16. What a good scene fight on the cover. Look, that's its mate. That's really typical of the 90s. Look, this is a really different Kato than what we see normally. Really much. I mean, the draw is not the same. The art is not the same. So the people that make, oh wow, is it like some kind of, oh okay, it's look like let's look here that we have some kind of flashback, because obviously we have a Green Hornet with a full face. Yes, that's old style. Yes, we have a flashback in it, and this is why we have the Green Hornet with the full face. You can see here, he has the full face. So this is the reason why Kato is so different, because he is like, this is Kato in the 40s. So you get to see the full face here from the original Green Hornet. Please have his, that's my favorite one. I mean, the Green Hornet with the full face, that's really the coolest of it. And I don't know if Captain Full is still there, but he should watch to the old movies from the Green Hornet made by Republic in the 40s. That's like the equivalent. This is a cinema serial, and that's great. You can find it for free on YouTube. This is black and white. This is old stuff. You see like the special effects, like with the people in the cars, and you see like the stuff rolling behind. But and I mean, don't try to. That's not the greatest writing, TV writing you can find in the world, but that's where he plays it. It's have like a kind of feeling, like, yes, that's glass. The paper changed now. That's not the same paper. So let's watch here. Showdown at midnight. Someone want to kill the Green Hornet. That's not a surprise. So we have like a sniper here. And as you can see, that's not anymore the same kind of paper. Before it was kind of, I mean, that kind of super guy of high quality and newspaper paper. And now this is more like a glass paper. So the colors are really much, it's have a direct impact on the colors. So we have the impression now that Kato have been hurt, have been touched by a bullet. So it's fine. Look at that. That's a great action scene. Like they are going through the glasses. I like that kind of stuff. What's going on? So E-Man, thank you, E-Man. Matthew R. Koshnetsky, what the hell? What is this? President of Slovakia looked like a Mortal Kombat character. No, that's good. So what's going on with it? We'll continue. So with that paper, you'll see really more. You can see here that this is, if you like Universal Soldier, now comic did comics from Universal Soldier. So you watch about it if you can find some of them. Pretty sure it's not expensive. The stock that have been made by Now Comics, even if this is like 30 years old, you can buy it like on eBay for a reasonable price. Let's look where. So, next issue, Sisterhood. So, what's that? That's a new character. We didn't saw it. We still have 3 comics. We'll do that 3 comics now, and we'll keep the 20 others later. And I will. So look at that. There are two of them. And Kato. New enemies. We see her like at the beginning right now again. Sisterhood. So what's going on out there? Sting's wife, or maybe they are fighting each other's like girls fighting each other's. Don't know really what's going on with that. 12 months of adventure, 12 months of suspense, 12 months of the Green Hornet. So Tales of the Green Hornet, Sting Hornet. You can find all and got all the stuff that is with the Green Hornet. That was the publicity. Yes, I know the Military Gunman. You say to me that you collect Archie comics. And I mean, this is a question of taste. I think that comics, there are a lot of people they are liking like more comics like Archie, like, and even when the superheroes they like this is one more like family friendly or all that stuff. Archie have his states, but personally, I thought it was crazy at the limit stupid to do like a crossover Betty Veronica and Red Sonja and Vampirella, but at the same time, I will buy them and I will see what happens. I mean, it's hurt nobody. I know they did like crazy stuff, like they are a crossover with Punisher and Archie. I think how you can succeed to do that? How you can mix Punisher and Archie? So it's end with like a possible fight. Is it a good one? Is the girls on the good side? We don't know. It's really a question of how you like your comics. And I think that they are nothing. I mean, the other guys, they like My Little Pony, and people are laughing at them. But I don't see the interest to laugh at someone because they like some kinds of comics. I heard about there were a lot of weird comics that crossover with Archie. Yes, I mean, I think there was a 1966 Batman crossover with Archie too. I mean, I have no problem with that personally. I mean, it's always like crazy for me. Like people, they see like a comic, a weird comic like that, and they are angry. It should never happen. I mean, you are not forced to buy it. I'm not forced to buy a crossover between Punisher and Archie. I mean, there are enough Punisher without Archie. But it can be funny. By the way, it doesn't ruin the character or anything. I don't know. So it's looked that the girl will switch face and go on the side of the Green Hornet, I'm pretty sure. Oh, but they are still fighting each other here. So the Kato, man, use one against, and he knocked the others with the earth. But the question is, I mean, if at the end of the day you do it well, like a Punisher Archie crossover, and I mean the question is the idea is so weird that you need to do a fucking it to make it interesting. But if you succeed, good for you. You are a genius. So why not? People can have fun to read it. That's not a big problem. There, get Sisterhood Forever. So they are like kind of army of dead girls. That ninjas. My girlfriend, as Asian, when she put the mask, she looked like a ninja. She have pretty eyes. They are absolutely amazing. So this one. So it will be the last one for today. We'll keep the other one. And I will read stuff. Oh, that's the number 20. So we have it. and you have like Hodler, Green Hornet poster. Oh, I'm tired. Tomorrow I'm working. Sorry, guys. And you have this too. Look at that. And still have the portrait with the Lone Ranger. It's part of the family. They are in the same family. Woo, woo, woo. Spicy. What the hell is going on? That's great comics. They make that interesting. So that guy, yeah, a huge guy here. I mean, you said that bodyguard. Oh, this would be an interesting fight. Oh my God. Look at that Kato. Nothing will stop him. He's too hot. I'm pretty sure that, yes, I mean, you got him. No, someone want to have news from me if everything is glad and everything. So that's it for the 21st comics. So we saw the 21st comics. Have a good night. Have a good night, Cinnabon Bunny too. I know if you are living, or this is because you think I have already finished, but you're right. I'm very close to have finished. I will put that back in the plastic, and after that, I will speak a little bit with one of my friends. You want to have news on Facebook, and after that, I will go to sleep. But I was really glad, guys, to speak about the comics there. So look at that, the real Ghostbusters. Right now, the comic of Ghostbuster, you can see it. I'm pretty sure that, because seriously, if you like are the Conan comics in the background missing some? Yes, because for one, there are some because they republish Savage Sword of Conan in French. This is Panini Comics does that, and they publish, and you can buy each exemplary each 2 weeks. So each time I'm going to the convenience store named Jack and Jill on the north side of the river, and because it's where I'm working generally, and now it's closed because of the. He's closed because of the lockdown, but they called me to say me that the number 41 was disponible, but they are not open. They say they will put it on the side and until the day that they will reopen. I mean, they will wait there. So maybe when the next time when I will be able to go there, I will buy the 41, the 42, the 43 all at the same times. But there are 75 of that comics. Of Conan. This is all our cover. I can show you the last one. So that's exactly that. So and this is in black and white. The Savage Sword of Conan was like that. So if I could collection Savage Sword of Conan, this is exactly the same stuff that we can buy in English, like from Conan, but this one is called it only 2 of them. So this is exactly the same stuff. The difference is when you buy the Dark Horse like that, they are like, I think, 18 of them or 19 of them from Conan. But if you buy that, this is like hardcover, and it's made like a mark, and it's become you have 75 of them. So I'm buying each 2 weeks the new and so that's interesting. Well, we'll read Conan. Just a question of time. Conan is amazing. So we'll read that. I think after that I read the comics, I will attack that. This is in French. This is all the Conan novel from Robert E. Howard. So they are all there. You can see it big, how big it is. So we have all the stories of Conan wrote by Robert E. Howard. They are in that books, and this is what I will attack. And we'll speak about that because now I'm closing to finish the Conan to get all the stuff from Conan from Dark Horse. And what Dark Horse did, they took all their story about Conan that they did, and he put them in a chronological order. So this is exactly that. So the better stuff to do is to read that before to read all the comics from the Conan have there, because a lot of them are inspired by the stories there. So I will, yes, that's a kind of Conan Bibles, we can say, and they are like great image. You can see here, like great art inside. So I will read that and I will comment that to you. But I'm pretty sure you can have the equivalent of that in English for sure, and to find it somewhere. So I'm pretty sure you have. It will be fun for you to read all of that. But that's not comics. That's really like the novels. This is books, in fact, from Robert E. Howard, and this is where all the comics have been inspired in the movies and all stuff. But more comics than the movie. So, guys, you're still here, like some of the books, but I will not be there for forever. So let's see again. Maybe if Berto Pre is there, if you saw the last time we published like the link to the GoFundMe of Captain Trek. If you can help him, I saw that some of you already gave money on the GoFundMe of Captain Trek. He need an abdominal reconstruction. This is very important to help him. So we'll see how it could be get the operation in Europe. I spoke with Captain Trek and Joseph Patrick about there. This is completely uncivilized to force someone to pay all of the millions of dollars to get an operation. It's completely flabbergasted me to see that. So maybe in Europe you will be able to get exactly the same kind of operation, but for a lowest price. But our goal is to help Captain Trek to get that operation. So we'll find a way to maybe reduce the price in that way, but at the same time, he will need money anyway. So if you can just help him, I will try to find the URL because I don't know if Bird is still listening. I will. So I said, Captain Trek, I got to just thank me about. So I have the link right now. So we'll see. So already we got $100. So that's not bad. Me, I'm waiting for my paycheck to give some money, and I will. So you got the URL there, and if you don't have money to give, you can share it. So yes, he didn't know. Captain Trek didn't know that maybe there will be possibility to do the operation outside of the USA and save a lot of money. So I gave him the idea to do it. The first one I spoke to first of all I spoke to Joseph Patrick because he was on the Orville Nation stream, and I think this is an Orville the Orville Nation stream. I'm not sure. Maybe it was sooner in the day, and I spoke to him about. I asked to him that maybe like in Europe, it would be possible to get the semi-operation for lower cost because I watch on the internet, and I don't know. I was a little bit surprised. I saw some price that was completely different, something like £6,000 in the UK, but I didn't have any details, so I don't know. I mean, £6 is it like £6,000 after the NHS or after the covering of the NHS? I know nothing about it. The only thing I know that it's possible in Europe for a foreigner, of foreign citizens, an American example, to have that kind of operation for a completely different price. But I have no idea what kind of prices is. So, but so I submit the idea to Joseph Patrick because Joseph is speaking fluently and he understands German. And I know that in Germany this is possible to do it. Not right now, obviously, because they are locked down in the pandemic. But anyway, I mean, the time to find the money, I think the pandemic will be finished. So, and anyway, if Captain Trek need to find like $500,000, I mean, it would be so long. I mean, it would take so much time. So obviously, depending on the time to finish, and if you can pay a civilized price to that. But I think the civilized price is not a penny. It's that kind of operation here will not cost a penny here for him in Quebec. You will go there; it will be free. But if a more civilized price than $500,000, it will be a good way to do, because at this point, even if this is $60,000, I mean, it will be a good thing to pay just the airplane and all the stuff after that and going there. So we'll try to see what we can do and the information we can get. But obviously, Captain Trek is really glad that we help him. There are no shame to ask help in that kind of situation. This is a kind of a quality of life, and also a question to just of life at that point, because you cannot, when you need an abdominal construction, you cannot do everything you want, and everything is more dangerous when in your daily life. So you got the GoFundMe. And if we can find a solution, everyone is a guest to is welcome to participate of like an international pandemic. We need to win. We're in war with another species that is not sentient, so we know how to avoid it and to fight that species. But we need to have discipline and respect the rules. So do it. Wash your hands and stay at home. Work at home if you can. If you go work outside, as I would do tomorrow, wash your hand often, and don't touch your face. And obviously, that's another thing important. Don't do the Momo challenge. Don't do the Momo challenge. It's really important. The Momo challenge. If Momo challenger come to you and challenge you, say no. No, Momo will not do your challenge. That's it. So thank you. Have a good night.